Hey guys, so I just want to apologize just in case the camera quality or the lens footage is a little bit fuzzy because I've been having trouble with my camera lens recently and I may have to get a new one. So it may be a little bit fuzzier from now on. I'm trying my best to fix it, but yeah. So today we're going to be talking about Power Rangers DinoFury Season 2, Part 2, Episode 12, Ultimate Mystery. This episode was a great episode and we're going to get into it. Leave down the comments below who you think Amelia's parents are if you don't already know. If you already know, don't spoil it down in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn my post notifications so you're notified every time I post a mirror or go live on this very channel. But yeah, guys, if you're ready to get into this review slash breakdown slash Easter egg hunt video, yeah, we're gonna get into it. Remember, you're in the zone, the superhero zone. Link to Morphing Grid or cue intro. So let's just start this episode off saying that this was an Amelia-focused episode. I really enjoyed this episode, so let's just start breaking it down. I wrote some notes. If you see me looking down, this is what I'm looking down at. But yeah, the theme song. We're going to start with the theme song. I say this almost every time that I review these episodes. Like, the theme song is immaculate. It's elite. I love the theme song, and it gets me hyped every time. But let's get into this. So, the episode starts off with Amelia doing an interview for Buzz Blast about Area 62 with her Pop-Pop, and Pop-Pop is afraid of radiation. So, naturally, he doesn't want to go near it. He's wearing a whole hazmat suit, and then he goes near it. Blah, 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 so on and so forth. They mention, radiation, he runs away, so on and so forth. That's an insignificant detail, but during the actual interview part when she was talking to Pop-Pop, Pop-Pop mentions time travelers, aliens, and portals to alternate dimensions as a joke. And Power Rangers doesn't like to do that. They like to do it as a joke, but then it comes back later to almost haunt us in a way. And I honestly think this may come back later. And the time travelers, I'm thinking, is having something to do with Time Force because they are Power Rangers notorious, time travelers, and the portals to alternate dimensions could be links to the coinless dimension or RPM's dimensions. Who knows? But yeah, moving along with this episode, Amelia thinks that she found Bigfoot in this episode as well because she realized that this whole Area 62 story was not going to work, so she pitched the idea of Bigfoot to Jane because there's a new viral video that went around in Pine Ridge Forest. Let's just say Jane doesn't go down for it. Amelia breaks the rules and takes Stan and Annie, the two reporters that were helping her report on Area 62, and tells them to look through her database of collections of articles and stuff that she's found on Bigfoot to find some stuff about Bigfoot. Little beknownst to her, they were going to find an article about Dinohenge, and they were going to go to Dinohenge and be attacked by Lothorn, the son of Lokar from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Not the son, the nephew. Lokar was the weird head dude, that was a wizard that took down the Rangers in like seconds. And let's just say Lothorn was no minor feat. Like, he was very, very powerful, and none of the Rangers' battle armors were able to pierce his armor besides their Primal Ultrazord in the end. But yeah, that dude was really, really powerful. And how he came to be is that Lord Zed broke into Grid Battle Force for his staff, because as we know from Beast Morphers, the Beast Morphers Rangers had his staff because Scrozzle in the Cyber Dimension had a whole container full of past villains' weapons, and I knew they were going to bring it back, but yeah, Lord Zed's staff was there, and Lord Zed's staff is basically the source of his power, so he breaks a bunch of villains out, makes Lothorn go to the Rangers to distract them and take them out while he steals Scrozzle and his staff for later plans that will be discussed in further episodes in the season. Commander Shaw rings in. We get a cameo appearance for not Commander, she's not Commander anymore, General Shaw, and she lets the Rangers know what is going on, what's happening, and to take down Lothorn, or at least detain him. The Rangers end up destroying that guy because Rangers don't capture people all the time, they destroy them. But yeah, people being villains, by the way. Yeah, and then we get to see a little clip of the Beast Morphers Rangers, and we get to know that they are still active in the Ranger community, and I really like to see that because a lot of times Rangers lose their powers, and I don't think that's cool when it comes to Power Rangers. I like to see Rangers continue to be Rangers even after their season is done, if that makes sense. So yeah, the Rangers struggled, like I told you, against this villain, and they struggle to break his armor, and he has very powerful magic abilities, and Lord Zed sent him to attack the Rangers, and yeah, none of their battle armors pierced his armor. But yeah, then Lothorn, when they first attacked him, disappears, and then the Rangers go back to DinoHenge, and then Annie and Steve, I think that's his name, Annie and Stan are at DinoHenge. They get attacked. They don't get attacked intentionally, but like Lothorn attacks DinoHenge because they're doing what villains should be doing all along. They were attacking the Rangers' main power source. If you don't know, the statues of DinoHenge are how the DinoFury Rangers have their powers to begin with, right? If a villain were to just say, attack DinoHenge, destroy the statues, the Rangers have no power, right? And I found that absolutely amazing on Lord Zed's part and the villain's part, because villains are not that smart. They don't do that type of stuff. Like, if I was a villain, that's what I would do. I would either do that or expose the Rangers' secret identities and make their life a living, I'm gonna say it, Hell, or hell. I'd make their life a living hell. Like if I was a villain. But like, some of these villains are not smart, but Lord Zed actually did something intelligent for once. And I actually enjoyed that he told him to destroy the DinoHenge statues. So yeah, the Rangers end up stopping and putting end to him, like I told you, with forming their Primal Ultra Zord after he grows, and he has this like growing device that he uses on himself, that he has just portably. I guess every villain has that, because almost every Power Rangers villain has this ability to grow, or has a robot that they can get into to help them fight the Rangers at like a bigger scale for some reason. But that's just Power Rangers for you. But yeah, Rangers destroy him with their Primal Ultra Zord. They knock him into space before they destroy him, so they can do their Primal Ultra Zord attack. And he mentions Angel Grove. He said, "Oh, I can see Angel Grove from here." A mention to, you know, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Lokar being in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Lord Zed, and I thought that was a really cool moment. I like references like that. I like itty bitty references like that. Like when Pop Bop made that reference to time travelers, portal souls, and dimensions, and aliens in the first episode. I mean, in the first couple of minutes of this episode, and then I like this reference as well. And then, you know, after that, Amelia finally learns a lesson about bending rules and how she should respect authority, and she should have done what Jane did at the first place, because if she didn't, because if worst came to worst, Lothorn probably would have murked or destroyed Stan and Annie, and that would have been on her hands. If this was like a real, like, not real, but like if this was like a more intense Power Rangers season, they probably would have went that way, and I'm kind of glad they didn't. But like, still, I'm glad Stan and Annie are okay. Hashtag Stanny. Yeah, she learns her lesson, and then, you know, Ollie comes over and asks her the question, why are you obsessed with the paranormal? Why do you care so much, right? And he's kind of teasing her. Izzy kind of empowers her by saying, "Oh, I think searching the paranormal and mystery solving is really, really cool," which is really, really cool of her. Hashtag girl power for those two. But yeah, and she basically explains and opens it up to them about how the fact that she, ever since the disappearance of her parents and the mystery surrounding that, and how Pop-Up doesn't want to talk about it, is why she loves the paranormal. She even cried in the scene. Hunter Dino, you carried this scene and this episode. You legit poured your heart and soul out in this scene. With the whole, she actually started crying when the Rangers started comforting her, and she actually broke. Like, this is like 10 out of 10 acting, y'all. This is what I expect from Power Rangers. I love that. And she really got into character for this, and I love how she explained herself about her loving the paranormal because her parents went missing, and the Rangers console her, like, you'll eventually find the meaning of what happened to your parents with our help, or whenever, right? Which was really, really cool, and we may find out who her parents are at the end of the series. But yeah, her acting was absolutely fantastic. Told y'all about General Shaw, and then General Shaw lets them know about Lord Zed and how he broke Squazzle out at the very end. And then the episode ends in the cliffhanger with the Rangers going like, "Oh, Lord Zed is back." And then Ion mentions that the Green Morphin Master woke him up because he said that the Green Morphin Master said to him that he was a key to help destroying Lord Zed. And that's where it lives off, and I really like that. You know, 10 out of 10 episode. I like how they left it off at a like cliffhanger where, you know, the Rangers are getting ready to combat this new villain, this new foe, and they're, you know, talking about it and really just getting into character and getting into that battle mindset that, hey, we're gonna have to fight this villain that no other Power Rangers villain has been able to fight, and, you know, it's going to be kind of scary. I really like that. And yeah, that was this episode. 10 out of 10, like I said before. Leave down in the comments below what you thought about this. And yeah, I think that's everything I had to say about this episode. Hunter Dino and everybody's acting was fantastic in this episode, specifically Hunter Dino. Shout out to Hunter Dino, even though she doesn't need a shout out because she's freaking famous. She's a pink DinoFury Ranger. But yeah, again, leave down in the comments below what you thought of this episode. Did you hate it? Did you love it? Leave down in the comments below because I want to know and have a debate and conversation with you guys. But yeah. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I post something or go live on this very channel. Leave a comment down below telling me, who do you think Amelia's parents are? Even though some of us already know, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it just yet. But leave down in the comments below because I want to know and have a debate and conversation with you guys. I try to post Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But if I don't, I end up posting 3 videos a week or 3 times a week. But yeah. Yeah, if you want more Power Rangers, DinoFury Dig Up, that's what I'm calling the series now, DinoFury Dig Up, things, or all around superhero fandom related stuff, you're gonna have to wait till the next video. And remember, Yippee-ki-yay, let's ride!
Hey! I can see Angel Grove from here!
Mega Fury Saber! Primal Ultra Blast! Ah!